What's up guys, Christian from Credits Point and welcome back to the channel. And in this video we'll be talking about the realme C33. This is actually the cheaper alternative to the popular C35 from Realme in the Philippines, and we're diving into it in this video. And with that said, let's do this. Alright, so this is the realme C33. This is actually one of the affordable offerings from Realme in the Philippines that is now made available in the market. Now around back we have some key features of the realme C33, including the 5000 mAh massive battery, the ultra slim design that comes with a powerful Unisoc T612 processor under the hood, as well as a 50 megapixel AI camera, which we'll be talking about later in this video. Now sliding the lid, we're greeted with a welcome packet that says welcome to the Realme family. This of course contains the SIM ejector pin, the warranty and user guide, a micro USB cable for charging and data transfer, and the power brick itself. So here is the realme C33 front and center. This is the aqua blue color variant. There's also a sandy gold and a night sea. Though I think on social media the sandy gold color variant is actually the most eye-catching one, but I still think the aqua blue has its own spark. Now my initial impressions when holding the device, considering that this has a 5000 mAh battery, it actually doesn't feel as heavy as I thought it would. I wouldn't say that it is heavier than the C35. I think they're just in the same ballpark figure. So at the end of the day, it's still going to be a very comfortable device to hold or use one-handed, though I would recommend two hands because there's a lot of screen to work with. Towards the right we have a side-mounted fingerprint scanner that doubles as a power button, flanked by the volume rockers. Towards the left we have a SIM card tray that houses 2 nano SIM cards and a micro SD card slot, and down at the bottom we have a speaker grill, the charging and data transfer port, the primary microphone, and a 3.5mm headphone jack, which is something you don't normally see in other more expensive alternatives. Now as far as the design of the realme C33, it does have the same shimmering effect as the sandy gold, but because of the very light blue tone, it's a bit on the neutral side but still calming, and it's very pleasing to the eyes. Alright, so let's talk about the display on the realme C33. This is rocking a 6.5 inch IPS LCD display with a 20:9 aspect ratio. Now personally I wouldn't really put much gripe about it because quite frankly, if you are going to be using this for browsing social media or general use, texting, calling, or probably even watching content on YouTube or Netflix, the screen is beautiful. I wouldn't say it is as good as the realme C35, but considering the price point of what you're paying for, this is a very beautiful screen to look at. Another thing worth mentioning is that this is running Android 12 out of the box, also known as Realme UI S. And despite having a Unisoc Tiger T612 processor, which is a bit of a step down from the processor found on the C35, honestly speaking, I don't really see that much of a difference in terms of the actual performance. It is very smooth and responsive and pretty much gets the job done when I need it. As a matter of fact, I think during my testing with this versus the C35 months ago, this actually feels a lot snappier, and this is just my initial impressions after using this device for a few days. Now, a lot of people might say that the realme C33 is basically just a toned down version of the C35, but see, the thing is, the C33 also comes with its own special features, which a lot of consumers might actually enjoy and appreciate. First of which would be the video display enhancement. So basically this enhances the amount of detail and vividness of the colors you're seeing when you're watching content. The C33 also comes with smart controls, which allows you to utilize and tweak certain settings of the device on how you would actually use it. It's really the convenience on what consumers can get for this price point. Probably the last feature I would like to highlight would be the fingerprint sensor, because most often than not, entry-level smartphones would have a bad fingerprint sensor, or the fingerprint itself is not being recognized. But during my testing of using the C33, 9 times out of 10, I'm able to unlock the device in one go. It is actually very accurate. It's actually a lot more accurate as opposed to the competition. Even those who are using in-display fingerprint sensors, the C33 is still showing a lot more advantage over the competition. So overall, in terms of the usability, the display, the user interface, and the features, considering the price point of the C33, it's a major win for me. So now let's talk about the camera. So about a few days ago, I went to SM Marikina just to have like a bit of a casual stroll, if you will. And I wanted to see how the camera optics of the Realme C33 can do. So the C33 comes with a 50 megapixel wide lens that is paired with a 0.3 megapixel depth sensor. Now, as far as video recording is concerned, the Realme C33 can do 1080p at 30 FPS. Now, I did snap photos with the C33, and quite frankly, the impressions is the same as what I've encountered using the C35. It can produce good photos, but it requires a bit of patience for you to get the right amount of light to capture that right moment. So if you're going to be whipping this out of your pocket and just snap a photo trigger happy, chances are the photos you'll be taking would be a little bit blurry. But if you mount this on a tripod and you time it, change the settings and whatnot, you're able to get really good images on an entry-level smartphone like the Realme C33. Alright, so if you're the type of consumer who's just looking for a secondary smartphone next to your GT Neo 3, the C33 is a very capable device. This is valued at $7,499 SRP, but in some cases it can go down depending on promotional events and discounts from Realme Philippines, which they would often host on their social media platforms, so be sure to follow them and check them out. And that's basically it for this quick review video of the C33. Let me know your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Now, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more tech reviews and unboxing videos. Thanks again for watching. This is Chris once again from Crisis Point, and I'll catch you in the next.